Hi, my name is Salman. I'm a financial advisor, and today I want to speak about the question of whether a financial advisor is necessary or not. In my last video, I spoke about the topic, what does a financial advisor even do? And in my next video, I want to address the question, if I decide that a financial advisor is a good idea, where do I find a good one? And what do I need to look out for? And to answer today's question of, is a financial advisor necessary or not, in a short way, Um, the answer is no. Everything that I'm saying, please keep that in mind, addresses the German market. And so the way finances work in Germany, or the way the German market works, and I'm guessing this is quite similar for other countries too, is you do have a lot of resources in the internet and providers that allow you to do things on your own quite well. So if you are willing to spend time and if you're willing to sit down and basically do the things that I mentioned in my last video, what does a financial advisor even do? If you're willing to do those things on your own, which is, formulating goals and quantifying them for yourself, looking for the best investment solutions, addressing your insurance needs, and then having some tax awareness. So if you're willing to do these things on your own, and if you have basically an affinity for these topics, then you can probably do these things just as well as I do them. Because at the end of the day, the clients that I speak to are just as smart as I am, sometimes even a lot smarter than I am. And the only reason why I do what I do so well is because I have invested a lot of time into these topics and I have seen a lot of cases and I am interested in these topics. So if you have that interest on your own, and if you're willing to research, if you're willing to also spend some time on these topics on a continuous basis for yourself, then you could basically do these things probably just as well as I do them for you on your own, and you would save the cost. Having said that, the cost component is an interesting component to address because when you look at the insurance world and the investment world, it is a different approach when it comes to cost. In the insurance world, when you sign up to insurances through whatever website or service or provider that you sign up to an insurance through, the price doesn't change. So whether you do it with a financial advisor or not doesn't change the cost for you. But having a financial advisor might save you a lot of time and might provide you with a better product, might provide you with more context, might provide you with a better understanding of when does an insurance in your individual situation even make sense? And are there maybe insurances that you are not aware of that maybe in your situation are good to address? And when it comes to insurance, I truly believe that a good financial advisor that is not going to push you to sign up to something just so that you know, sign up to a product, um, a good financial advisor will provide you with a far better understanding of the insurance world and how it works and what makes sense for you and what might not make sense so that you can come up with a better decision regarding those topics. And it will save you a lot of time. In the investment world, the cost that you pay for an advisor is going to be an extra cost that you wouldn't have if you were to sign up to, let's say, a low cost index fund that you might sign up to, let's say, through Trade Republic or through your house bank, wherever that might be. When it comes to the performance that you can achieve in the long run with those low cost index funds versus what a financial advisor might suggest to you as a solution, what you will realize is in the long run, those performances are going to be quite similar. So if you ever hear a financial advisor say that he or she is able to provide you with better returns in the long run through their selection of investments, then that, from my perspective, is a red flag. So the performances that I can achieve with my advice are going to be quite similar to what the market does in the long run. And the individual differences that you might see in favor of a financial advisor or in favor of the market, they're just going to be based off of luck So it's just coincidence, and it is a question of short time frames or specific time frames. In specific time frames, obviously, they're not both going to be equal, but in the long run, on average, the performances are going to be quite similar. So the advantage of a financial advisor is not going to lie in the performance in the long run. So what it is going to be is things like tax awareness and knowing how to, maybe when you're looking especially at things like pension plans, how to navigate taxation in retirement. And maybe there's products where you can build a product that is going to save you taxes in the long run. It is going to be with regards to sustainability criteria, because that is obviously quite individualistic, and it's also a topic that is not going to be publicly available when it comes to finding the best investment solutions and realizing, okay, how do I apply my individual philosophy when it comes to sustainability to my investment. And the performance differences, or the differences that are going to be an advantage when you're looking at a financial advisor, might be interesting for shorter term investments. Why am I saying that? Well, low cost index funds are a great solution in the long run, but especially if you're looking to invest for shorter time frames, I've yet to see really, really good solutions that are publicly available, broadly publicly available, where you might be able to invest on a 3 to 5 year time frame with an adequate risk to reward profile. And so, especially when you're looking to invest for shorter time frames, and if you're also looking to reduce the risk of your long-term investments, then a financial advisor can provide you with you know investment solutions that might on average be as good as the low cost index fund in the long run when it comes to the upside. But when it comes to the downside, they might provide you with more stability if you're also looking for more stability. I hope my video helps, and like I mentioned in my next video, I want to address the question of how do you find a good financial advisor? What does a good financial advisor even entail? What are the criteria to look out for, and where do you find a good one? Thank you, and see you soon.